Come on in, Sagittarius. Looks like we've got trips, looks like we've got forgiveness, very nice and positive and light. And looks like you're going to be supportive of others and you're not going to have a lot of drama. Maybe a few setbacks in travel, but no drama in the next couple of weeks. So you might be more supportive for others that need to feel like they need to be in control. But lots of really positive things. Stick around, we're going to talk all about it. Okay, here we go, Sagittarius. Hey! This is Theodore. He's for a second, say hello. Who knows what he'll do in the next 30 seconds or so. But let's get you started on your November. What are you looking at, honey? Okay. On your mid-November reading. and see what your cards have to say. And hopefully we'll get Theo out of the way here as soon as he's done checking everything out, doing his thing. I get two other little kitties for you. You can't quite see them because they're a little bit off. Yeah, it's little Cappy. Romeo's over there, but you can't see him because I don't have my other camera set up yet. Definitely do want to do that kitty cam because I just love them to death. And I get to look at them while they're hanging out with me here. Wish you guys could see the same. Huh, Theo? All right, so let's see what we've got here for Sagittarius. Oh, we're coming into Saggy season. Yay! Oh my gosh, do we need your guys' energy? It's been pretty hard hitting lately. We need some Sagittarius and Gemini energy. We're going to get a little Gemini energy at the end of the month here with the full moon Gemini. But people are going to have two reactions to that. Either it's going to be, if you know, feeling totally out of control and going crazy, or being playful like Gemini really wants, and being open. And you're going to see it's going to be one or the other. People being open or not. Just like, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, wrong way. That is Star in the background, hissing at Theo. She's not open. This one is. Cappy's open. And so is Romeo over there. I hope you're going to be open. Sagittarius for sure should be. You guys shouldn't have any problems. Oh my God, this is your time period. I'm so glad we're coming into Sagittarius energy. I mean, seriously, we've had it a little rough, haven't we now? Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Well, interesting. Okay, give me just a second so I can straighten these cards, and I will be right back to do your reading. Okay, Sagittarius. So we're looking at your reading, which definitely talks about, looks like right in the middle section with like one of the main themes, is definitely talks about going into like a trip, okay? Going from A to B, but it's looking like it's going to be a bit bumpy. So make sure that you have things planned well. You go ahead early, you know, if you got to take a long road, you got to take a plane, you give yourself time for delays, anything like that. Make sure that you know and you have a calm peace of mind that sometimes it may not go exactly or smoothly the way you want it to be. It's also talking about, this one right here is talking about going to go see either people of the past you really care and love. It even talks of possibly seeing somebody from the past. All right, but it's a lovely interaction. It's nice. It is good. It's positive things come of it, whether it be someone from the past or from, from the past that you've grown up with, or, well, it makes sense. I mean, we are coming into like Thanksgiving season for the holidays coming in, so that would make sense that that would happen with a lot of you. And it also talks about in the midsection here, it talks about how you're going to have levels of your using your intuition to watch people during the celebration, and a few people are having a few difficulties which you're going to help them out with. And you know how like when you're at an event and you see someone kind of wigging out and they're talking one thing but their problems, it looks like your sense and sensibilities and your intuition is going to be on to see what's going on. You're going to be able to like calm them, because your cards are really good. Your cards are really letting go, calm, and everything. So it looks like you can be supportive to other people, and Sagittarius is one of the best people to do that. So the full moon in Gemini is going to be good for you with letting go, playful, all of that. But anybody who's feeling out of control in their life and trying to gain control is not going to do well, because that's not the energy that's going to support that. And we just came from Scorpio and a lot of really heavy stuff. So if anybody's trying to hold on to something, they're not going to do too well. They really got to be flexible right now. It does talk about in your environment in your recent past that two things. Some of you might have needed a little bit of rest and recuperation, might have been feeling a little under the weather. It does talk about having an aspect of stress that has to do possibly from, let's say, financials or things you're trying to manifest, but you have a good attitude because you're trying to look positive of what has bloomed and not what hasn't bloomed, what has come into fruition, and not necessarily what hasn't, what doors have opened, not looking at what doors haven't opened. So you've got a good attitude, but you're getting information, you're getting more and more information, but this has been on your mind. It might be causing you to feel a little drained is some of you are looking at some of your financials and trying to work it out. It does say on like your main line, it talks of two things. It does talk, you do have a lot of cards coming in, like there is one over here that talks about forgiveness and second chances, letting go of old ways and letting go of old pains of words that people said to you. So you've got a lot of energies, a really lot of positive energies of releasing and being able to release. That's also why I think that you're going to be able to be more there for people that are just having a meltdown or a stress out, because you don't have it within your energies, which great, I'm happy for. But your lower line, it does talk about some of you may have somebody come in from your past that I don't know if it's it maybe let you down. I don't know if it's necessarily hurt you, but you are able to let go of a lot of that. And I don't know how you're letting go of it or what that looks like, because it talks about this area right through here, where coming up into your near future, you have the choices of handling a level of judgment, and this one's coming in as like second chances. So someone or some scenario comes in that says you have a second chance, or they have, or the situation is like death and rebirth, and you hear the calling. And with this one comes through very strongly, second chance. And so it's your choice. It's your choice of how you want to handle it, how you want to juggle it, how you want to manifest things into the future, and you're going to do really well with it, which is great. A lot of people would like to have that. A lot of people are not having that, but you do. Okay, so going forward, it looks like there's going to be levels of love offerings coming your way. This is whether you want to take it or not. I don't. I think you want to hope that you're going to be gracious. I don't know if you're going to be gracious, but you're hoping that you'll be gracious. You know how that goes. And it does talk about your recently. I know that. Pardon me. Yes, Romeo, I agree. It does say that recently. I know. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. He's trilling a whole bunch. But within your passions, recently I know that you were really looking forward to finding your passions, things that you're missing in life, because you still have that, and you still have it in the future. You still have it here, where all these cups within emotions and feelings and everything, and still feeling a bit discontented, because this is upside down. This is a little not totally satisfied. You're still not totally satisfied emotionally. Something's missing. I don't know what it is for you, but something's definitely missing. And the good news is one thing you're learning to do is delegate and not take on so much, because this card over here has to do with letting go of some of the actions and all the things that you're taking on. So that's good. Because, yeah, it's really hard to emotionally feel good and take on new passions when you're overloaded with everything that you have to do and all the actions that you have to take. To say that right after the main first holiday here in the United States, it's Thanksgiving, but I view this time period of forgiveness, thanksgiving, being what we're thankful for, and that's hard for some people right now, but there's also a lot of people that desperately want to get into that. I think people are going to really want to be into the pretty lights and need it so much, because this particular season prior to it was so heavy. It's like in a movie when you've just watched something really heavy, you're like, okay, give me a breath, give me something to breathe, give me a line to laugh about. Some of the best storytellers know how to do that. You know, they say if you really want to get a message to somebody, hit that message right when they're really high in energy or really low in energy. And so we've been quite on a roller coaster, and we're really needing to go back up into that high and get some really positive messages in there. So I think that people are going to want it, and anybody trying to latch on to still trying to be in control is not going to do good. You've got to be flexible this holiday season and find a sense of humor. Everybody needs to find a sense of humor, and then it's going to be fine, just as long as you're flowing. Just don't expect things to look a certain way. But if you're free-flowing, it'll be good. It'll be good. And your cards are very light. Your cards, there's no heavy hitters. So that's great. You might need to be more supportive towards other people that are, you know, having a hard time. Anyway, give me just a moment. I'll be right back with the wrap-up. Just a quick reminder to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. This will give you a feel for which energetic you're possibly experiencing right now. And if you would like a detailed personal reading, you can book a reading at ctgtarot.com. And thank you for subscribing and clicking the like button. The kitties and I are very grateful. Okay, Sagittarius, let's flow through this. Looks like there's going to be movement and trips towards people you see that you love, you know from the past, or that you've grown up with. Scenarios like that. Looks like you're going to be in observation, and in good observation, to be able to be supportive for those in happiness, but also in supportive in those that are having a hard time through the holiday season, trying to gain control of things, and you know, it's just kind of messy. Looks like you've been doing some rest and recuperation, a little bit under the weather, a little bit of stress from figuring out your finances, but you've got a good attitude and you're getting it worked out. You're getting reorganized with how to handle some things within your finances. It also says there's someone that could be coming through, a person that at one time either, I don't know if the words hurt you or it didn't go great, but you're going to release of that. You're not going to be the martyr. And you're also going to release of any old words that they said that hurt you in the past. So that's really good news for you, because we want that. It also says within that, it's probably the same energy of second chances, judgment of someone that's coming in. There's a chance to be judged and to have a second calling to let it go and make the choice to do that. We'll see if you're able to do it graciously, because you've got love energy coming through and you'd like to be gracious with accepting that. Going into the future, it does say that you're still not quite, you still are missing something within your emotions. You're feeling something passionate for yourself, feeling a little dissatisfied. Something is missing. Good news is you are letting a lot of the actions of the things that you're taking on, all the things that you're taking on, you're delegating, and you're saying, I'm not going to do that anymore, I'm not going to do that anymore, but I am going to do this, I'm going to do this, and really being good to yourself that way. And you're going to take on new projects, make sure the contracts and that, because of what people are saying and what is really behind the scenes is not jiving completely. So you've got to be really careful with these new projects that you weigh that sort of stuff out. Someone's saying something, but it's not really what they're going to be able to do. So make sure like you get everything solid within, if there are contracts involved or there are promises or I'm going to do this, that everything's very clear on that. So your cards are rather light. It does look like a lot of movement, a lot of letting go, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of flexibility and flow with you, because it's definitely needed right now within the holidays. We're going to get hit a little bit of tension, especially with the Mars and the Sun Cazimi coming in and people wanting to start up kind of new battles or wars or figure out their focus of what they want to fight for in their life, which doesn't always mean a fight has to come across the way people normally think a fight has to. There's just what you're impassioned to go towards. But some people are being revved up with that sort of energy and feeling out of control. It looks like you're going to be able to have the flow, the flexibility, be able to laugh, be able to breathe and help others breathe and move forward. You've got it all within your cards with your flow and letting go and forgiving and being thankful. I mean, that's what we're coming into. We're coming into Thanksgiving and really what this time period is meant for. We went through some hard times and now we're just releasing. And it is your season. We are definitely coming into Sagittarius season, which makes me very happy. Okay, so that's your wrap up. And I'm happy for you that it's pretty light compared to a lot of the energies that other people are having to go through. So, Saggy, talk soon. Mush, mush.